Hi, everyone. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Amber Mills. Welcome to The Balancing Act.
Okay, so you know when I wake up in the morning, my hair is like, whoosh.
Mine is like sun's out, buns out.
All right, so we all have these terrible hair days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the truth is, today we've got great advice for those with curly hair or, you know, wavy hair.
Yeah, frizz.
We're going to help fight the frizz. I am so looking forward to this.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes. And, okay, we've also got, if that seems like a little harebrained, we've got some ideas to help you ensure peace of mind when it comes to your online business. So we're going to explain that, too.
And you know I love to cook.
Yes, girl, you love to cook.
And you know I love Ralph, right?
Oh, yes, we love Ralph.
All right, so I'm always looking for some tricks to help me in the kitchen, right, Ralph?
Abracadabra, I got some liquid magic up my sleeves. Stay tuned, ladies.
Oh, boy, he's the magician. We could use a little liquid magic maybe after the show.
Indeed, he's great. All that and much more coming up on
The Balancing Act.
You know, it's undeniably dreadful. Frizzy hair. No one wants it. We all try to avoid it, but let's face it, ladies, it happens. But no frets. I'm serious. Our guest is here to help us make bad hair days a thing of the past. Meet Dr. Boyce Clark of Curly Hair Specialists, Lubricity Labs. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. I'm going to tell you right now, I've heard you're amazing. You've done amazing things with your daughter's hair. My daughter has struggled all her life with her curly hair, and she's just been begging me, I need to relax my hair.
Don't do it.
Why?
So as a single dad who just happens to have a PhD in biogeochemistry, I struggled every morning with my daughter's hair. We would wake up and it would literally look like something from the movie Predator. It would be everywhere.
She calls herself Mufasa.
I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I would brush it. It would get bigger. The humidity.
I see her pictures. Look at this.
The humidity would increase outside. Her hair would grow. And I would think as a scientist, what chemically is happening? Why is her hair getting frizzy? I looked into some of the salon keratin straightening treatments. I wasn't comfortable putting those type of chemicals on a 12-year-old. So I taught myself about hair. I looked into some textbooks on the anatomy, physiology, and morphology of hair. And I thought if I can understand why the hair is frizzing, I can come up with a chemical solution to this.
And I understand you started doing this in your kitchen?
I did. I reached out to pharmaceutical companies who had some fairly cutting-edge compounds that have just been released. They sent them to me for samples to work in my lab. We mixed it up, and about 3 nights a week, I would test it on my daughter's hair. There was screaming, crying, and gnashing of teeth. So I would pull a comb through her hair before I would test it, and then we would apply it, and then I would wash it out and dry it and pull it through again to see how...
She doesn't look very happy here.
Not happy. We went through about 8 months of this and had a eureka moment.
You really started noticing a difference?
It's instantaneous. So
Did people notice?
I sent her to school that day, and I got 2 notes sent home and a phone call from a teacher saying, what did you do to her hair and where can we get it?
Let's talk about lubricity, because I'm going to do this. Lubricity and how it controls the frizz.
Sure. So it's a treatment. Step 1 is called penetrate. You apply this to dry hair. You wait 15 minutes. It's absorbed into the hair.
And you use this
an applicator tip.
Just like in a salon.
Exactly. Or like if you're a treatment at home.
Okay.
You wait the 15 minutes. You don't wash it out. You put step 2 on, encapsulate. These 2 chemically react on your hair, and they literally change the molecular structure of your hair. You maintain the results with the shampoo and the conditioner. And what it does is it now makes your hair not absorb moisture. So frizz is caused by humidity absorbing into your hair. This stops that from happening.
And I can see the before and after pictures here, which are pretty dramatic. These are people who have used it.
Instantly.
Tell me about the term lubricity.
Lubricity is a scientific term that means to reduce friction or to increase smoothness.
And how does it differ from the keratin treatment, besides not damaging your hair?
It's done at room temperature. It's done in 2 15-minute steps instead of hours. You don't have to heat it to 425 degrees. The keratin straightening treatments are done to create straight hair. This is not a straightening treatment. This is a smoothing treatment. If you've got naturally curly hair, you will still have naturally curly hair after this, but it will be frizz-free. If you want to have straight hair, you can round brush, flat iron, then it will be straight until your next wash.
What about hair types? Like, for example, my producer, who is in the control room right now, Marquita, she's got really, really curly hair, and I've got like wavy. So hair types, and what about colored hair?
All of our hair is chemically identical. This system works on the chemistry of hair, therefore it works on all ethnicities. With regard to colored hair, whether you color your hair or your hair is natural, we noticed 2 side effects after I developed the treatment. The first is incredible shine. We're seeing that if you do the treatment after the color, your color will last about 40% longer, and the color is much richer and much more dramatic.
So please tell me you've moved out of the kitchen.
Yes, we're in a professional laboratory space now.
And you're busy.
We are very busy.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. And if you'd like more information on how to say goodbye to Frizz, head to lubricitylabs.com, lubricitylabs.com, or our website, thebalancingAct.com.
And I am so about controlling the frizz and adding shine, especially in that summer heat. So I want to flow smoothly indeed. And we're going to keep this flow going. Up next, how to protect your online business. Stay with us.
E-commerce is a $1 trillion industry, and if you are one of the 1.7 million e-commerce site owners, listen up. For the first time, there's a way you can protect your online retail sales. After all, you've worked so hard to build your online business. Are you prepared for loss of income if a platform like Amazon were to suspend you for something like a customer dispute? In many cases, at no fault of your own. That would be devastating. Here to talk about insurance for your e-commerce business is Lori Urons from Well Insurance.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You know, we've talked a lot about the internet. We talked a lot about e-commerce sites. This is really new to me, and this was really personal to you, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, it was. We own our own e-commerce business, and we were ecstatic to see it growing.
Fabulous.
And yes, we've been working it for about 5 years. And about a year ago, as we became more reliant on the income that we were bringing in with this business, I started to realize that if something happened tomorrow, perhaps at no fault of our own, that we would maybe not be able to pay the bills the next day. And that became very scary for me. And that's when I said, this really should be available.
So here's a question. Why would a platform shut down an e-commerce business?
Well, so it's an interesting question.
Right.
And it happens every day, unfortunately, yes, and oftentimes at no fault of the business owners.
Give me some examples.
The big giant is Amazon, right? A lot of e-commerce sellers depend on Amazon to do their online sales. And Amazon really works to protect the consumer and believes that if something is suspicious, they will shut down your account while they investigate it.
Because the customer is always right.
The customer is always right in the Amazon world, which is a beautiful thing, and as it should be. However, while they're investigating this, they may suspend your sales. It could be that your account was hacked, or that you have had too many delayed shipments lately. It also could be that you've been accused of counterfeit products.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then you're shut down for that time being, and then you're losing money.
That's right.
And that's your business.
That's right.
So that's when you have an aha moment.
Yes.
And you said, I have to do something.
Yes.
What did you do?
Yes. So at that point, I went to my general liability insurance agency company and said, we really should work to develop this policy because general liability is necessary and provides a lot of protection. But there's not any insurance companies currently providing any type of loss of income insurance, and really not any insurance agencies that know the ins and outs of the e-commerce business.
So what did you create?
So we created a loss of income suspension insurance policy.
How does it work?
So you can really customize it to make it work for you. So your premium is based on your annual gross income. And it's also based on if you choose to cover yourself for 30 days up to 180 days. You also can cover yourself for $50,000 in annual gross revenue up to $1 million in annual gross revenue. And that's really how it works. You can purchase this policy, and were you to be suspended, based on the insurance policy you purchased, you can protect your loss of income for the days that you are out of income.
Who should be using this policy? Everyone?
Anyone that has an e-commerce business, absolutely, I believe should be considering this policy.
And let's talk about the legitimacy of the policy, because you know, you hear of so many things, fraud, all this stuff. So,
yes.
you know, talk about that aspect.
Absolutely. Well, this is backed by Lloyd's of London.
Oh, well, that's huge.
That's huge. It's the oldest insurance company in the world, and that's who's backing this policy. So no worry about the legitimacy of the policy.
So have you heard from business owners that say, my goodness, thank you so much for this idea, because now I have peace of mind?
Yes, yes, we have. We've had people tell us that they can sleep better at night because they know that if something happens tomorrow, that they can continue to pay their employees, they can keep the lights on, they can keep food on the table. It's personal. It really is personal. You know, business owners have worked very hard to build their business, and they deserve the right to protect it.
Great idea, great light bulb that went off.
Thank you.
Congratulations and good luck on the business, and hopefully it keeps on growing.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Thank you so much. And for more information about suspension insurance for your e-commerce site, visit well-insurance.com or go to our website, thebalancingAct.com.
And that's some great information for some great peace of mind. You know what's always on my mind? Food. Time now for a quick Bites with Chef Ralph. I bet he's got some culinary magic up his sleeve.
Presto changeo, I'm about to enhance your favorite recipes with the bold flavor of what I like to call liquid magic. I'm Chef Ralph Pagano, and abracadabra, let's elevate your dish by simply using a few drops of Maggie seasoning sauce. Now check this out. Maggie seasoning sauce is made from fermented wheat, and it gives this incredible umami flavor. You know, it's quite similar to East Asian soy sauce, but it does not contain any soy. If you just throw a couple of drops from the bottle right into hot or cold dishes, it really enhances the flavor in gravies, entrees, soups, and sauces. In fact, I love it. I keep it as a secret in my kitchen all the time. And I'm gonna show you right now how to make an incredible, super easy dip. Who doesn't like avocado? Raise your hand. Keep your hands down. Avocado is like the bacon of the fruit world, right? I'm gonna add, I got one avocado here. I'm gonna add another avocado. Perfect. I got my avocados in the food processor. I'm gonna add some good old-fashioned mayonnaise. 2/3 of a cup. I've got crema, which is sour cream done Mexican style, mixed with a little bit of mayonnaise. Gonna pop that into my food processor. Into this party goes my secret Maggie seasoning, which is really gonna build some robust flavors up in my dip. Some fresh garlic, lime juice for the acid, and some toasted cumin seed. You know, cumin is the #2 used spice behind black pepper, FYI. Turn it on. Blend away, it's that simple. When it's nice and mixed up, just at the end, you add the fresh, fragrant cilantro. Give it a quick 1-2 pulse, 1-2 skidoo. You know the 1-2 skidoo? My favorite dance move. Presto changeo, it's all done, and it looks like it is right here. Great avocado with that Maggie seasoning develops this incredible flavor that I can't wait to get on. How about this, some potatoes? I got beautiful roasted red potatoes with jalapenos, tomatoes, and a little bit of the Maggie seasoning. It's incredible. I gotta tell you, I love chicken wings. These right here, tequila, lime juice, Maggie seasoning, bake them in the oven, finish them on the grill, little ranch dressing on the side. This is my kind of party. It's extremely versatile, and it's made from the natural extract of pure vegetable oil, which means it's good for the vegans. And I can tell you what, if you add just a little bit of this Maggie seasoning, you get that deep, rich, roasted flavor that you would when you're cooking kind of meats in the oven. So this is a really good secret for my vegan friends and for everybody out there. You want to know more about Maggie seasoning sauce? Go to NestleUSA.com or visit our website, TheBalancingAct.com. And don't forget to share your favorite Maggie seasoning recipes with us. And remember, this has been a quick bite, but chew slowly.
I'm at a Quest lab in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where you can get your blood drawn and your lab work done. Look familiar? This is one of the draw rooms where you sit in a chair like this one, and I'm sure you've seen these supplies before, especially the collection tube. And you wait for a phlebotomist who finds the best vein you have and draws your blood. Meet Dr. Jay Wolgamuth of Quest Diagnostics, who this morning will be discussing the importance of lab work and your health. Doctor, thanks so much for having us here.
Thanks for coming to Quest Diagnostics.
Let's talk about what lab work reveals about ourselves and our bodies.
Well, lab work informs on what's going on in your body. If you're having symptoms and something's going on with you, lab work often can lead to the answer. But just as important, if you're feeling fine, there may be something going on in you which you need to know about so you can intervene and prevent, bad outcomes in the future.
So we're talking about possibly arming ourselves to detect and diagnose.
Right, you may have symptoms, you may not, but in both cases, diagnostic testing can be really valuable.
So in a case like for me once that I was feeling weak and my hemoglobin was low, hence anemic, that's a perfect example, right?
That's a great example. I had the very similar thing, but I had no symptoms. I had a blood test and had vitamin D deficiency.
Okay.
So I was really glad to know that so I could treat myself and prevent hip fracture someday in the future.
So let's talk about more underlying diseases, some that you may not be aware of, a little bit more serious until you do the blood work.
Well, one of the misunderstandings about lab testing is a lot of people say, well, I feel fine,
right,
so why should I be tested?
However,
cancer is treatable and curable if detected at an early stage. And most diseases are like that. If you can detect it early, you have a much better chance of preventing bad outcomes and preventing progression. A great example would be hepatitis C. 3 million Americans have it.
And they don't know it.
Almost nobody knows. But if you don't do something about it, it can go on to liver failure, cancer, and there are curative therapies available. So you may feel fine, but you still need to be tested, to see if that's going on to prevent, bad outcomes in the future.
So if it's so important, why aren't people going to get the lab work, which I think nowadays it's suggested once a year or twice a year?
It depends on your situation. At least once a year, there's a set of labs that
so why
most
are we
people
doing
should
it?
have. I think there are two important factors, at least, one of which is convenience. I mean, it has to be convenient. People don't want to go out of their way. They don't want to schedule an extra appointment, drive in and park. And so we're doing a lot to try to make it more convenient, like putting labs into supermarkets, making it possible for people to collect their own sample at home and send it into the laboratory.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really helpful to make sure it's really convenient for people so that hurdle is lower so that they'll participate. But the other thing is some people are scared of needles.
There are many people that I don't like them, I'll do it, but I don't like,
Right.
my kids can't stand them.
So people avoid it. A lot of kids are very scared as well. So we have alternative sample types we can use for that, but we also have our friend Quiggles.
Quiggles?
Yeah, Quiggles is cute, and I'll let you take a look at him, but what that does is it allows us to distract
How does it work?
a kid, turn it on here with this button, and the vibration next to the vein makes essentially the needle painless.
And it's vibrating.
And it's vibrating, so it's a distraction, and it actually
tickles a little bit.
removes the pain. It really helps to help distract and help children in particular, have their blood drawn.
So they may not see the needle or maybe feel it as much.
They really don't feel it as much.
What a great idea. And for adults too? I'm sure
It works for adults and may work for you.
Let's talk also about the mobile health app, MyQuest. That's very helpful.
The MyQuest is an application you can load onto your mobile phone. And what it allows is for you to actually receive your diagnostic data directly, not having to call your doctor. But it also allows you to schedule your appointments and keep all of your records, or maybe the records of your kids, or maybe someone you're taking care of, like your husband or your mother. And that's incredibly useful to have that information with you at all times. And when you walk into the doctor, you now have your diagnostic results that you can share right there on your phone.
So there really is no more excuses. I mean, it's much more convenient, it's easy, it's less painful, if you will, and affordable.
All of those things, and most importantly, highly important to prevent bad outcomes in your life, prolong your life, and reduce disease burden.
Well, my hemoglobin is back to 14 now, so I'm good to go.
Hey, I raised my vitamin D level, and I'm back in the normal range.
Excellent. Thank you so
All
much for
right.
your time.
Thank you.
Now, I know next time you're coming to our studio,
I'm going to come back.
I know we're going to be talking about genetic testing and
personalized medicine.
excellent. Again, doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information on lab work or Quest Diagnostics, you can go to their website. That's questdiagnostics.com/patients. Or check out our website, thebalancingact.com. All right, how about if I give you the keys to my Ferrari tonight?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
All
And
right.
if you want to make it a great day, because that's going to make my day really great, you can head to our Facebook page, you can go to our website, and of course, you can always follow us on Twitter. Look for that picture of me and Olga's hot dog.
There you go. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
You look hot. Oh, yeah, Mama.